Oh, Jesus.
So I think I'm a guest on Twin Talk, formerly known as Twin Talk, now upgraded to
Triplet
Talk.
Hey.
Featuring DJ 2X-Wade.
Hey, y'all. What's good?
I don't care how much you prepare me for it. It's still in the refrigerator.
I just, you know what I said? I
Just to be clear, the microphone has officially been swerved. But I'm good.
Brian has a soundboard, and we shouldn't have allowed
It's just,
we shouldn't have allowed
it's
it.
so unfair.
We shouldn't have allowed him to have. Okay.
This will be great.
See, so it's gonna be a podcast full of stuff like that right there.
So before
I apologize.
So before we get started, just to give y'all a backstory, you will hear.
Guess who's been drinking?
There's that.
Oh, all right.
There's that.
Guess I've been drinking.
All three of us
drinking.
I've been drinking.
I'm not.
Oh, you can and you will.
You part of this. You signed
You up in this.
You said, "Oh, we in."
Okay, all right.
You are all up in this.
Fuck it, let's do it.
So we are doing episode 218, and as y'all know, I don't put titles for cordial purposes to prepare you for what may or may not occur.
You just gonna catch whatever we give you.
I like to also
much.
mention that Breath of the Wild is in the works in the background.
Thank you, because that's what I was supposed to do.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So
I am just running around.
So our triplet, the third person into this, is also playing Zelda as we.
I mean, appropriate though.
Since I don't have a mic,
I'm not even fucking mad, man.
I'm ashamed of the behavior of my two compadres. Also, there's something jumping around on screen. I don't know what that is, but he's shooting arrows.
But no, all jokes aside, Wayne, welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
Good to have you with us as always.
Hey,
I know you come in and make appearances on the low, so welcome.
Welcome. That church welcome. Welcome.
So, we have a topic.
We actually do have a topic. I know it sounds like, make it rain. I'm sorry. No, so the thing that Wayne was fighting on screen, it died, but then it made money fall. So
it teleported.
I got distracted.
As he mentioned, and as they both mentioned, they are playing Breath of the Wild, so there may be some screeches.
Just to let you know,
just ignore.
Just let it happen.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. Just let it happen. Don't make it awkward.
If your headphones can't handle it.
This is a non-head. Actually, no. This is a headphone podcast.
This is a headphone podcast.
This is a headphone podcast.
If you do, then you might have to.
Don't do it.
So.
Who gave him a soundboard?
So the topic of discussion.
Who gave him? Anyway.
Is.
So the topic of discussion with Bride, i.e. Past Podcast. Barely Sane Nurse, and DJ 2X-Way is something we have coined the Bitter Bitch Brigade.
So first and foremost, Big Baller Brand, don't come for me.
Okay.
Don't come
for me. Okay.
Why was this shit so crisp though?
So I wanted to be clear that the Twin Talk K has joked on your setup quite a couple of times, and we've enjoyed it because it's been quite a fail, but it's cool. But nonetheless, we are gonna take that Triple B usage and turn it into a different flow. Oh, and by the way, since it's three of us that are aggressive music snobs, there will be quite a bit of music references.
Just
random. It might even be some singing. Fuck around, mess with us.
Knowing us, we will break into song. Just no shame. That's our bad.
So to reiterate the statement, we are talking about what's known as the Bitter Bitch Brigade. Shut up.
So okay, basically when we're talking about the Bitter Bitch Brigade, we're talking about those people, and it tends to be females. Almost always female. Is that the Wii music in the background though?
You know it.
Yeah, it's fitting perfect.
Bitch, you guessed it.
Continue.
Woo! Use right. Copyrights to no. But when we're talking about the Bitter Bitch Brigade,
no music.
We're just literally
no
copyright infringement was intended. This is just who we are. But when we're talking about the Bitter Bitch Brigade, we're talking about those females on typically Instagram. You're going to see them on Instagram. You will
but not limited to Facebook.
Right. Yeah, right. You will also see them on Facebook. And they typically are...
Twitter.
Yeah. Hey. And they will constantly post the quotes from the quote pages about, like... fuckboys.
So is this a continuation of quotation ships that we did before?
It's almost a continuation. Damn near a comparison.
You know, well, because they're not necessarily into quotation ships, but it's those quotes that you see on Instagram where they have some famous person as the background that never said that quote.
Cardi B.
Yes, one of them had Cardi B on there. And like
we will be using references, but no references will be named.
Like we're not gonna name the pages
we know better
that are
utilizing
reference, but we absolutely will talk about the actual. So like I'm trying to figure out because I am trying to find
an example because we have like
example.
We gotta have a top 5. And our number
one. We do have a number 1, and I just found her. Here we go. Here's one from Andy, and I think it has Ella May in the background. Okay. And it's from Serenade Classic is our quote place today. Okay. That's our source. Okay. And it says, "Love is easy. Easy.
Bitch, how?
So don't make it hard. Can't you see me? See me? See me? Question mark. Be easy with my heart. Pause. All we got is here and now."
Commercial break. Wow, with some semen involved.
We gonna see me. Okay. And then
it was like a lot of semen. See me. See me.
Like, and see, so like there's another quote from, so we have a list of people, we put them in numerical order from how bad they were with the Bitter Bitch Brigade. And this person, the number 1, post things like, that was from her page. But also, there's be with someone who would drive 5 hours just to see you for one. I'm not driving 5 hours to see you for 1 hour. Gas ain't cheap.
Nah. See, the way my taxes are set up.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm unloading the clip on this one because I feel like this is important.
Go ahead.
If you are rolling for that 1 hour, will there be any WWE involved?
Oh, we fucking. To hell all that. If I drive 5 hours to see you, we fucking.
There better be some duplex.
There better be some Hadouken something.
Oh, you can
I better get something to see you for one.
Boom.
Keep in mind,
that
my friends
we are gamers.
You know what else? Tiger.
Uppercuts. Yeah. So there should be that. Oh, no, we're going to go to a different page, though, because I need to give y'all references. Yeah. I need to give y'all references so you understand what we mean by the Bitter Bitch Brigade. A real woman can do it by herself, but a real man won't let her.
Talk about it. Me and mine.
There's another one. There's another one from this page. I love that feeling when you first meet a person. Them lies be everything.
Hey, time out. Give that one credit. They didn't double any of their words because it's rare. Oh, now so before we tangent this, because I want to make sure I bring this to light. One of the key ingredients to the Triple B rotation is that there has to be a minimal amount of photos of self. That's very important because you are this social media exposure is not meant to benefit self-care. This is beneficial to expose the fellas. Well, no, you know what? It's already been used, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I'm going to check it off on the podcast queue. Explicit content. It's the reference and the flow of the infamous term that I have heard women say time and time again. Predominantly black women. Niggas ain't shit.
And that's typically what those quotes will typically reference, is that whole idea. And that's where the Bitter Bitch Brigade started, because it's typically people that have been in terrible relationships, and they do nothing. Yes, and if you look at their page, 3/4 of their Instagram page is quotes, and with like a selfie here, randomly posted.
No family.
Yeah, nothing. It's quote after quote.
God forbid if they're with someone they know, you don't see that person.
After quote.
After quote. After quote.
Yeah, and it's just like
quote after quote.
Quote after quote.
Slowly quoting.
See, this is what happens when three of us together.
This is why we can't have nice things, right?
Right here. That's the problem, is it gets a little frustrating because it's like and this is one of the things that Wayne and I, which is our triplet today, Wayne and I were talking about is maybe it's you. If
common denominator.
Like you're the common denominator. And then there's Street Fighter sounds in the background. China.
No. Give me that one.
Which one?
The defeat one, man. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That's what happens.
That's
when
the one right there.
That's why you can't give me a soundboard.
You can't give him soundboard.
Yes,
but that was the thing that Wayne and I were talking about, is the fact that, and Wayne was just like, mate, you're the common denominator. And, it's like, these are typically women who tend to get in relationships with fuckboys. All their relationships are with fuckboys. And at no point do they sit down and ask themselves,
why do I have all these fuckboys?
Bingo. Because it's like...
It's deep. That's
it can't be me.
Right. It can't be me. It's not me. It's gotta be...
Because there's a factor victim involved in it.
That's the thing that Brian and I talk about, is the victimization. You're always the victim. They are always the victim. At no point will they ever talk about themselves as the little thingy, the squeezy thingy. So I'm telling Brian I want the little squeezy thingy. If you're wondering why it got weird for a second.
Okay, are you good? I was like,
but at no point do they ever say, you know what?
Maybe it's me. It's me.
It's me,
oh Lord.
Standing in the need of prayer.
It's me.
It's me.
It's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of...
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Prayer.
Excuse me.
This is why.
Excuse me.
This is...
Oh, wait, do I need to...
I'm sorry.
Okay, I think that was the attention. Anyway, so I gotta moderate my own damn show.
Yes, Brian is moderating his show, and he's letting the barely sane nurse kind of take over.
No, you got this. And
then you have DJ 2X way back here singing church songs. This is why we're going to hell, straight right there.
Talk about it.
Straight catching the fire. But that was the thing that we would sit down. This is why, if ever we get kicked off the internet, this is why. But that was the thing that we were talking about. This was a conversation that the three of us were having together, because I'm sitting here talking to two guys who have, in their lives, dealt with the bitter bitch brigade. Especially Brian, who has dealt with firsthand the bitter bitch brigade. And Wayne, I don't know if you have ever dealt...
There's been a few.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Continue.
How are we supposed to, you know what?
I can't even touch you. Wayne, I don't know if you've ever dealt with the bitter bitch brigade. Like, by yourself. I know you've seen them on Facebook, but I don't know if you've ever actually personally dealt with the bitter bitch brigade. Like, had that experience, because, like, Brian has an ex in the bitter bitch brigade. I don't know if you have ever, like,
I ain't even got a gunshot on this soundboard. I need to work on that.
Dealt with the bitter bitch brigade, or if you've just seen it more on Facebook.
It's been more of the latter, not more of the former.
Okay, so
honestly, I've been on the other side of the bitch brigade. The guys that are too nice, always end up getting cheated on, wonder why they can't find a good woman.
Oh, the infamous nice guys finish last rotation?
Right.
That guy.
But
a little bit different, though.
But the thing about that is, and this is what I've discovered, I'm going to, go ahead and put some people out there. Because this was me.
Yeah, you should.
It's like this. You treat people nice, you treat women nice, and then you realize why you question why you're always getting cheated, why you can't find a nice woman. And the question is, the answer is you're toxic, you're boring, you're too slow, you gotta keep up with things that are going on, and you're not paying attention, you're oblivious to what's going on around you. And that's the other side of the bitter bitch brigade, I can't find nobody nice. Women ain't faithful. Bitches ain't shit.
So the opposite of the bitter bitch brigade is the nice guys finish last.
And the nice guy. Well, I'm nice. You need to give me pussy.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah. And that idea.
I'm not saying that's me. But I was like,
But we have, I think, encountered people like that.
I was dangerously headed down that road and I caught myself. Like before I was like, whoa.
Pause.
Calm down. Hold up. That ain't right.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. And I think that's going to have to be a podcast, is the nice guys finish last. Again. We might make that.
We got to do another show. Okay.
That's going to be, because this one is the bitter bitch brigade, but we might need to do a nice guys finish last.
Okay.
Podcast.
I can work on it.
But for the bitter bitch brigade, Brian, I'll pose a question to you.
Somebody give me a name real quick. It's for the horse.
Bob.
Ed.
Bob though?
Ed.
Bob the horse.
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, but I just feel like Bob was better.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Could have been Mr. Rogers.
No, Bob the horse.
Could you be?
Okay, once again, Zelda is still happening in the background. Anyway,
moving on.
Back to Brian. So Brian, what I was gonna ask you is, you have an ex that is in the bitter bitch brigade.
Okay.
At what point, if ever, did you realize she was in the bitter bitch brigade? Like, was there a moment where you were like, okay, you know what? I can't fix this.
2016.
Okay.
A couple years ago. All right. Clip time. So let me go ahead and break out all the shots.
All right.
That's semi-automatic.
I feel like I'm about to break out some Duck Hunt or something. Where the dog at? So
don't be mad. Let it happen.
Don't play with me. So it's tough when you don't see signs early, and it's even tougher when you don't see them after your initial experience. A lot of times you give deja vu a chance. You say, let me roll with it again. Things may be a little different. You let it kind of play itself out. Yeah, no pun intended. Like, you literally decide, fuck it. You shut it down.
Right.
Restart the shit back up.
And then you just like...
start it back up again. So then I'm like, all right.
I'm not.
I mean, it works.
It does. It does work, though.
It really does work.
So owning a Mac and doing these sound effects.
It does. It does work.
Okay. Cool. It makes it even more awkward. Rapper hands. Anywho.
That you can't see.
Hey. You working on it. But the thing is, you don't see things until you really are forced to step back from a situation or forced to step back from the person. And I think what's important for me and what helped me out was self-assessment and self-care became two things that I didn't make important. And because of that, it's caused me to see how people are now from when I was dealing with them before. Twin Talk, Chanel and I talked about it one time, and Chanel brought it up with no shame. Energies and vibes are very important to me.
They're big now. But I think all of us can actually say a couple of years ago, we still had that, I can fix it.
Right. And
I think we were all still in that mindset of, I can fix it.
And I think now...
I can...
You know what? I agree with you on that.
Like, I can make this work. And now it's more of a...
I'm tired of... And now I'm at a stage where I'm sick of fixing shit when I got my own shit to fix.
Agreed.
Because that's it takes fixing something else or someone else makes it hard, because then you're throwing all of your energy and your time into that person of getting them to where they need to be. And the worst part of it, and Chanel and I, we bounce this combo a lot. When you're trying to fix and prepare somebody that's not ready, that's a hard situation.
Well, the other thing is you're trying to fix something. Yeah, hard pass. But I mean, you're trying to fix somebody that's not really trying to fix themselves.
Right.
And it's impossible to fix someone that does not see a problem.
Right.
There you go.
You know, it's like the mechanic coming out and telling you, "Hey, Wayne, the engine on your car is about to go." And you're like, "Nah, it's cool.
No, we got another couple miles.
Yeah, we good." Yeah. And you know, they're like, no, this engine about to like we're giving out.
Bro, man, we've been together for 2 years. We gonna be good. So we got this.
You know,
this is an ironic thing you said that. Wayne and I had like a heavy heart-to-heart where I had to kind of do a self-assessment, and it kind of exposed what I've defined as Project Virginity, which a lot of y'all are like, what is that? Basically, it's you working on things, but you're scared to do it because you're new to the scene. So that's anyone who's a content creator, podcast, blogging, web design, graphic design, anything that you're doing, you're scared to do it because you're scared to take that risk. So we had that conversation. I'm giving that tangent.
When it comes to the Bitter Bitch Brigade, they stick in Project Virginity because they're not going to do anything new because they are afraid to do anything that is different from what they're comfortable with. However, what they're comfortable with isn't working.
Right. And the discomfort for me hit because when he helped me with some stuff because he was like, hey, you know, your transmission, this, that, and the third going on. Let me look at it, or, you know, help you out. And when he explained it, we broke it down. And he talked about it. And I'm looking at it like, all right. But he was surprised because in most cases, I'm normally like, oh, I know, da-da-da-da. I was like, no, I'm listening. Like, I'm actually taking time to listen. There's an important thing that you brought up, Chanel, about communication. And I want you to hold it. Don't say it yet because it's important. And I wanted to blend into this because it's very key. The first thing I will say, and this is something that I think people need to really acknowledge when it comes to you being bitter, and this is men and women. If you're dating, you got to break your cycle.
You got to.
And when I say break your cycle, I mean it as and I know I've been fucking with the soundboard, but right now I'm coming at y'all with some rapper hands and some deep knowledge because there's a lot of shit that this conversation is like a whole trigger. Like, folks don't understand. Going to the same bars, meeting the same motherfuckers that ain't gonna do shit for you is not gonna get you that man or that woman. Like, you're literally playing Monopoly and you're stuck at the beginning of the board. You're still not passing just visiting. You're not gonna get any money at free parking. You ain't hitting community chest. You fucked with no railroads on the board, and you wondering why nobody wants you. Well, I mean, let's go over this real quick. You sitting at Connecticut.
No, you ain't even at Connecticut. You over there, like Mediterranean, over at Baltic. Okay, like you over at Mediterranean and Baltic.
You still ain't go.
You ain't even made it around
You
here.
ain't caught the 200.
But the thing is, it's like with the Bitter Bitch Brigade, whereas like the rest of us would play Monopoly and be like, I'm not gonna just save for Boardwalk and Park Place.
Right.
I'm gonna buy Connecticut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Kentucky Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy those things that aren't necessarily Park Place and Boardwalk, and I'm gonna make them work. Yeah. I'm gonna build up the houses, and then I'm gonna get a hotel, and I'm gonna bankrupt you when you come around that corner after free parking.
Right.
The rest of us look at it that way. The Bitter Bitch Brigade is only saving for Park Place and Boardwalk. And if you are not Park Place and Boardwalk, well, you're not good enough. However, what they will neglect to tell you is they're not Park Place. You might be Boardwalk, but they're go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not
chest. You don't know what the fuck you gonna
Exactly. Straight up the community chest.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and a lot of the bitter bitch brigade likes to pretend that they have so much to bring to the table, and you're like, okay, so what are you bringing?
Yeah.
That.
Me.
Oh, wait, whoa. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Damn it.
That right there.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And you're like, what are you bringing to the
I was
table?
so bad. I was like so in my zone, my bad.
And you're just like, this right here. Because a lot of the bitter bitch brigade, I wish y'all could see us in here right now dancing around to the
We are
song.
ignorant
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
We're being so
I
ignorant.
should have recorded
Jesus.
that. That would have been on the podcast.
Yeah,
page.
you'll at some point, if you just follow
Right,
Brightead,
too.
there are videos of us just acting real ignorant.
So I wanna bring back that words per minute bit, because this is I've appreciated you flowing this show. I really have, because this is one of those.
Oh, the 125.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
that's
So a
what I
little bit of a
appreciate.
backstory.
So, yeah.
I went to, as y'all know, I'm a nurse, and I went to this nurse leadership conference, which was actually directed more towards nurses in management and leadership positions. But my department was like, yeah, sure, go, because they know that I want to go back to school and things like that. And there was a speaker there that talked about like building rapport with your patients, and one of the first things he said was, "You speak at 100. We speak at 125 words a minute."
Yeah.
And that blew my mind because I had no idea we really spoke that fast. Mm-hmm. But the other thing he said was, you think a whole lot faster, and that's why you suck at actively listening. You're far ahead of what's being said to you.
Somebody needs to hear that now. Say it again.
Yeah, repeat.
You are far ahead of what somebody is saying.
Hey.
And so sometimes it gets to a point where you're not listening, to understand. You're listening to respond.
That's what it is right there. The doors of the church are open.
Yes.
Come on. Is
Yes.
there one?
Is there one?
Yeah.
Is there one singular
one?
person? Hey.
And a lot of the bitter bitch brigade, they're listening to respond.
Yeah.
Their communication is literally the ability to talk back to you about the one thing you said, not the 10 things you said and the conversation that we had, but the one thing that you said that pissed me off, and we're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna focus on that.
I'm gonna focus on that particular thing.
So it's
all
almost
I'm
like,
worried about.
So it's similar
That.
to, so
Because it's
similar,
different from what I would think or what I want.
It's not what we're focused on right now.
So I'm gonna stick to this.
Right. So is it similar to hanging on to, you give a lot of credentials about who you are and how great of a person you are, but they hung up on the fact that you were involved with somebody a couple of months ago, but you moved on. And the thing is, when that person, tangent, woo, Jesus.
We just gonna
We
be
on
on
right now.
tangents. We just gonna be on tangents. Let it happen.
Because this one is strong. Because I think what happens is we don't realize when a person says they moved on, unless it's something that's giving you a reason to think that they haven't moved on, they moved on.
Let it go.
Roll with it. Like, if they're with you, they're with you. Ladies, if a nigga gonna expose what he did, it's gonna expose itself either through natural instinct or you finding out shit as is.
My thing is, if he's willing to tell you all this shit,
You still gonna stay with him?
exactly. Like, if he's telling you he's a piece of shit, and you still sticking around because
I can change him.
You can change him and you can fix him. Honestly,
Make
it's
him a king.
my king, his queen.
All smiles.
All smiles. And what's the other one?
100.
No. What's the other one?
Power couple?
Mine and
No.
me and mine.
Me and mine.
There it is.
Ooh,
Oh.
there's a topic right
Oh,
there. Okay,
Lord,
so we're
Jesus.
going there. All right. This is
let's
the
get
other
into it.
thing
There you go.
that we were
Do the
talking
alley.
about. Allie, and I'm going to catch that. Ooh.
Boom.
Hey.
All right. So one of the other things that we talked about, and this is one of the things is, as a woman, I'm going to point out, fellas, if ever a girl has me and all about me and mine in her bio, pass it by. Go. I mean, go. Just walk away. It's not worth it. She's been hurt. She's still bitter. She's still mad at the father of her kid. He ain't.
She's gone. Oh,
I better learn to face it. She's gone. See.
That's how I get y'all back.
I know.
That's
Some sort of sound. But that's... Yep.
Okay, got it.
But the thing is, if you see All About Me and Mine in a bio, go ahead and pass that up.
That's how you feeling. That's how you feeling, right?
Right there.
It fits.
Right there.
That's it.
Because typically a mother of her children doesn't have to tell you she's about hers. Because when you get with her, anyway, you're going to see that. You're going to see that she doesn't have time for the games. Right. She's a good mother. She's about her. She's about her children. And if you're going to pop up in that, you're going to be able to flow with her. Mm-hmm. So she's constantly talking about All About Me and Mine. Her baby daddy ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's angry about it. Mm-hmm. Or her baby daddy actually is a decent individual.
And she's holding him back.
She's mad because he don't want to be with her. And he's moved on.
He got Poopalala from another spot.
You know, he in a whole new relationship and now she's mad.
A whole new world.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
A whole new girl.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Like, you know, and that's the thing is typically, and one of the things I've seen with the All About Me and Mine type females is a lot of times the dude isn't all that bad, and he's actually not trash. It's just she's mad that he doesn't want to be with her. Because and you know he's moved on.
Bam.
Whatever it is, the relationship didn't work.
Right.
But it turns into All About Me and Mine. My son is my king.
Mm-hmm. My daughter is my queen.
You know, like stuff like that. And it's like, well, they should have been your focus. No matter what.
They should be your focus off rip.
That doesn't need to be an Instagram post. Mm-hmm. That doesn't need to be an Instagram post. Yeah. So when you see that,
my son is my king. My daughter's my queen. Oh shit! Let me put that on social media.
Yeah, let me share that.
All right.
They need to know that.
Aggressive tangent.
Like, no, they don't.
Let's have it.
Aggressive tangent. Then we're gonna wrap it because we having.
Are we going on?
If Joe Budden can do 3 hours, we can do more than an hour.
Okay,
I'm with it. Let's go.
All I'm saying.
I mean, you see what I'm doing? I'm good.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, let me make my statement, and I'm gonna throw it back to you.
No, you keep going. No. All I'm saying.
No. We're gonna keep going.
If y'all have never seen this video, look up Vita. Vitas. 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 He's Russian. Please just go look. Look him up. Just YouTube.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
People. This is not towards women. This is not towards men. This is people.
Everybody,
I really need this to be made clear. And I have been working my ass off to make sure that this is important to be done when you post shit. And Twin Talk will emphasize this, and we got Triplet Talk, so it's going to definitely be made relevant.
Yeah.
Fix your fucking grammar before you post shit online.
Please and thank you.
Oh, wait, was that the Hey Arnold breath? The Hey Arnold breathe?
Close enough. Oh, hell, I fell out.
Yep.
You cannot make a great message be destroyed by one word.
Because you can't spell.
Don't get me wrong.
Your grammar ain't good.
Your grammar is trash.
I'll accept. I understand America and UK. That's your life, right? That America and the UK kind of jacks up with the realize with an S. That's fine. I'm not gonna be on you about that. But it's certain words that you need to make sure fit your message. Because if I get to a word or if I get to a missing ellipsis,
you could listen. No, I think a big part, what Brian is kind of saying is like sometimes your message gets missed because you don't know how to have a complete sentence.
So if you had a message, it was legit, but we couldn't translate it because your grammar is garbo.
I don't know.
Like straight garbo, and we ain't having it.
Garbage.
Deluxe.
Do not post don't without an apostrophe.
Please.
First of all, they are there. And THEIR.
They're three different words.
Three different words on a...
Your and your. Y'all.
We need you to have the correct grammar.
And the most important one, loss and lost.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No, I'm sorry for
There
your
was
grandma.
no T in that sentence. I'm sorry.
There was no blood in it.
I'm not. Visions of... Right there. Deep in the night.
We breaking bread over here.
Y'all need to also go look up that As Yet.
I feel like we reference those songs like every time.
Yo,
Last Night from As Yet.
Twitter tags and everything.
There's Breaking Bread. Anyway, but like a lot of times the bitter bitches in the Bitter Bitch Brigade, for one, can't spell, or they. So our cat's in here going around all the chords and this bitch. Anyway.
Talk about it, Lord.
But
Jesus.
like I think where Brian was coming from is like you trying to make all these points, but I can't even understand what you're saying because I don't understand what.
Because you use no periods.
But your grammar.
Or commas.
But your grammar.
Or commas.
But your grammar though.
Grammar though.
That grammar though.
Please. Bitch, please.
This is not the time.
Reposting messages from other people.
Oh my god.
Are not
and that's the thing is typically the Bitter Bitch Brigade does nothing but repost quotes that they find from these. What was one of them? Was Single Swag. One is Quotes Killer.
Quote Killers is number one.
But there's like a whole bunch.
Yeah, it's quite a bunch
of these like pages where it's nothing but bitter bitch quotes. Quotes for people that post these things, for people that are not even looking at your page. Yeah, he sleep, boo boo. He sleep.
He sleep. He's not following you
at all. He unfollowed you like when y'all broke up.
He unfollowed you about a week ago.
Yeah, let me throw my hand up real quick.
Right, and you're never gonna see it again. But. Oh, we did it. But that's the thing is like they sit here and they post these quotes for individuals.
They put on for the gram.
Yes, they post them all over the gram. And what was the other thing we were talking about? Come and test me. But you know what? This is why we can't. This is why we never gonna be allowed.
I apologize for any earbud wearers.
Y'all be
are bad. Anyway,
you said which one?
We were talking about how. People, what is it? Where they subliminals?
Yes,
they don't talk to each other. They just post quotes.
Like our guy. Wait.
You can't just.
Was that tart? That was too tart.
Just a little.
That's why I said because you was like, oh, we gonna finish up. No, we gonna continue.
And that's the thing. Is like a lot of the people in the Triple B, and honestly, I feel like the Triple B actually does not have a sex.
No,
you can be male or female and be in the Triple B, the bitter bitch brigade.
You have bitch tendencies.
Will have that. But one of the things that I noticed with the Triple B is they will do things like, I am so done. Be in a relationship with someone.
I think I've set a new record for that.
But instead of talking to new record, but instead of talking to that person, yes, failure. No, but instead of talking to that person about what's going on in their relationship, I'm gonna just post quotes about it. And then he's gonna post quotes about it. But we're not gonna talk to each other.
No, our communication is trash.
Oh, our communication is trash.
But we're in a relationship though.
Right. But we're gonna just talk at each other.
Oh, that's appropriate. That is totally appropriate.
I'm
so hurt right now.
I'm so horrible.
My feelings.
I don't have a country yet. Y'all. I gotta get those separate.
So this is gonna get worse, guys, because as he gets he has the Street Fighter, the old Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2. You know when you used to play the game. Yeah, we don't talk about that. But when you played the game and you picked a particular.
Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna die.
So side note,
I'm gonna die.
Wayne is still playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
For anybody who's familiar with Breath of the Wild,
he's dying.
Guardian.
Hey Wayne.
He's dying.
They're right here.
He's dying.
Wayne talking to him in Middlesex.
He's dying. He's dying right now.
By the way, anybody who's familiar with Breath of the Wild, all I gotta say is Guardian.
And he knows that they're he's catching L's. He's catching L cards.
Oh no, he's right behind me.
L cards.
Oh Lord.
So y'all just ignore
Continue
it.
to throw it.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
Don't mind
it
me.
happens. It gets deep. But one of the things is like they sit there and they won't talk to each other. They talk to the Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, because they're looking for someone to validate how they feel.
Because your like doesn't matter. It's your comment that's like, I feel you. Or if they put these aren't prayer hands when they do the hands together. Because I think it's welcome.
It's
like they hate the guys.
The praise hands. Yeah.
Praise hands. When they clap.
Yes.
And 3 claps.
What is it?
Don't blame me.
We saw that on one of the pages where it was somebody was it the 100 or they were like
they threw an aggressive 100 at the end
or something, and it's like
I don't know if y'all ever heard me say this yet, but
I hate the 100. I hate the 100.
That might be a pop socket idea.
Pop socket. That is perfect. I hate y'all.
I know you care.
Hey.
I hate y'all. Pop socket.
I might get that as a pop socket.
I just need a t-shirt that says Hot Pocket. But anyway,
doable.
There's a story behind that as well. We're gonna reserve that for another podcast.com. Yeah, we have a lot of insider references, and I think at some point we're gonna have to give you the story of the Hot Pocket.
I think that'll come up at MagFest.
Oh,
probably.
We're getting put off at that point, but that'll be the last one.
Will the podcast last by then? Tune in to the next Dragon Ball Z.
Will we still be able to upload the Spreaker? Will the speaker still work?
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
All right.
This whole podcast has been all over the place.
It's been great. No,
it's been all over the place.
Featuring Dante.
It's been all over.
And Knuckles.
It's been all over the place, organized. So
I mean, I don't know. Organization is like up. I'm still with my news. Come and test me.
So that's your quota for the night. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up because
we're not allowed to continue. To the no, here to the no, here to the no, to the no, listen here. You see?
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. So we're gonna go ahead and close.
Go ahead and shut it down. We're done for the day.
Before we wrap up,
we gotta start having a camera. Because they need to see the actual facial expressions. Because
I know I'm making faces.
I think that it's bad.
I believe that's achievable.
I just need y'all to understand the amount of alcohol that has been consumed prior to the triplet podcast.
Because keep in mind, it's only 10 o'clock.
And we've been through a bottle of wine.
Oh man, we've had
hot toddies.
We had Evan Williams.
The Evan Williams. There's been the
Partridge in the Pear Tree.
Cruising.
We don't have cruising. Oh, you saw me pick it up?
On Sunday afternoon.
If we had a camera, you would have saw that cooch ball like straight.
As I'm over here squeezing the Isoflex.
Hey, to relieve your stress at your desk.
We're going to have a camera because y'all need to see.
There's a lot that
First of all, you need to see my cat who is disrespectful and she just walks through the podcast.
Oh, she'll do Molly Perkins.
You need to see. Yeah.
So
the sad face.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Wayne, I know you've been over there wilding out with the breath, but you have
the breast of the wild.
The breast of the wild. I bet that's a porno. I bet that's a porno.
I guarantee you it is.
It's a porno.
I'd be top 10 with full house.
I'm about to look that up.
All right. You know what? It's time. We are very close.
All right, so since you're playing
very close.
Since you're playing Nintendo, do you have any closing thoughts for us?
I mean, what you mean?
Any closing thoughts for the audience
about the Bitter Bitch?
About the Bitter Bitch Brigade.
People, it's like this. Just be real with yourselves. Be real with yourselves. Take care of yourselves. It's like this. Can you really care for someone, love for someone if you don't love yourself? Mental health is very important. And if you are, if you're stuck on somebody else, you can't move forward. You just need to give yourself some time. It's okay. take time to work on yourself. Yes. No one's gonna hold that against you. Yes. And if they do, they're toxic. See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a crime to take time for yourself. It's not a crime to get over somebody so that you're okay, you know?
Before you go jumping into
your next relationship.
With all that baggage.
Every other week, he's my king, he's my king, he's my... Bitch, this is not deuces.
This is like our third king today, honey. We're at our third king.
Can we get real for a second?
Is this your king? Is this your king? Okay.
I just want to point out, I am so glad I have editing software to adjust these screeches.
Is this your king? Oh, like following up on Wayne. No, it's like you sitting there, you know.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. Wait. We gotta give him his flowers while he's alive.
Give him that.
I'll take that. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. But real talk, y'all. Come on.
Work on yourself.
And it's not just women, it's men too.
Yes.
Fellas, straight up. I mean, if we're gonna be, you know, faithful and honest,
the good guy.
I mean, I'm gonna address that later, but I mean, straight up, if we're gonna be faithful, I mean, let's keep it real. Let's stick with one person, because I mean, if we're not gonna be, you know, faithful, go ahead and just
let it go, or be honest. Like walk into the relationship. I'm laughing at Chanel with me and my little squeezy box. But no, like walk into the relationship like I don't want. You know, I'm not really ready to settle down.
Honest. Yeah. If you're only there for the cookie, let's make that apparent. You know, let's not
there to fuck. Then go and get out the way.
Let's not play like we're. I'm fucking dead. Let's not play like we're catching. I'm putting the controller down.
Okay,
let's not play like we're catching feelings. We're not catching feelings. If we're there for the cookie. Let's be real with it. I mean, we're all grown, right?
Right.
We can handle this. If we're here for the cookie, let's make a quick exchange and let's go on about our lives. Or you didn't do your clip yet, sir?
Are you done?
Just let me know when you're ready.
Are you done?
Okay? Just let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and give these people the message they.
Okay, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm good, love. Enjoy.
This whole podcast being deleted.
I apologize, people. So
I don't own any of these songs. That was what I was supposed to say early on, but I never.
You're supposed to say that at the beginning of the podcast.
I can work on the intro.
This is a side note, y'all. I just noticed that water was placed in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and take me a little quick swig, and I'm gonna get back to it. Hold up. Okay, look. Chanel, wait, come back. Where the fuck did the water come from, bitch?
Put it there.
When? Bitch, I've been hitting the whole time. I ain't Y'all distracted me. Shit. Hold up.
Back to our actual thoughts.
Look.
Alright, come on. Alright.
If wait.
It's sex. Wrap it up. Come on.
Look.
Because you done getting your closing thought is aggro. Come on.
I know.
No, but it's real.
I mean, drop knowledge.
I've been passive this whole time.
You have, because
you're distracted. Yeah. So I gotta get my sword right here. Pause. Look. So, if we're here for the cookie, we can be honest about it. We're all grown. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way, and we good. But I mean, if we really catching feelings, be about it. Commit. Be real. Because I mean, this is the reason why women are, you know, getting in on this. Right?
Bitch brigade.
This is, I mean, we gotta take, it's not completely them. Right. We gotta take some blame for it because some men are just in there, you know, pretending like they're into it to get the cookie. And they get the cookie and then out. This is how they get hurt and this is how they get misled into the BBB. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, so there is kind of like that one guy. Brian, get away from the computer.
Cause that was a good thought.
It is though. Because then I'll close out on my thought.
All right.
And with Wayne talking about the fact that dudes, like, if you're not into it, you're not into it. If you are, you are, but be into it 100%. Because you're leading women into the bitter bitch brigade. However, women, when y'all end up in the bitter bitch brigade, at some point you need to acknowledge, why am I running into these fellas? Because what you get back is what you put out. And if you're putting out something that is pulling the bitter, these guys and these fuckboys to you, look at yourself. All right, what is it? What's the problem? Because niggas, but the fact is like, even if you are running into the guys that are full of shit, and you know what, there are plenty of them, and guys, there are plenty of girls that are full of shit. It is what it is. Yeah. But you need to understand that if all you're running to is people that are full of shit, at some point you need to acknowledge that it might be you, player. Hey. It might be you. Because common denominator in all those relationships is you. Yeah, so you know what? Let it go. Like, stop. First of all, you're taking the bitterness from one relationship into another relationship. And so he may not have been a fuckboy. Right. She may not have been a bitch. But you walked into it like she was. You walked into it like he was. And they turned into it. Exactly. You never gave him a chance. And then you sit there and you're like, well, what did you expect to happen? Like, I don't understand what you expected to happen if, and then you give, Brian takes away the soundboard, but then he uses
I turned off, I closed it.
But it's just like, at some point, if all you notice is all you're posting is those Instagram quotes, if all you're talking about is all the fuck boys, all the broads that don't want a nice guy.
So my question to you then would be, where is the common denominator? What is it that, you are doing that are attracting all of these people?
Yeah, exactly.
That are so bad. Like, are we perfect? Are we picture perfect? Is everything we're doing
at what point? Like, at what point?
Yo, you got quiet at the perfect point. Because that wasn't part of the soundboard, by the way.
No. But I mean, at what point, like, do you acknowledge that maybe some of it's you? Ooh. Some of it's you. Yeah. You sit there and you are constantly trying to make it like you're not at fault. You're always the victim. No, not really. Not really.
And if you think you're always the victim,
you're not.
A lot of soul searching
right there,
sir.
Right,
ma'am,
there, right
let you
there.
know.
If you are always the victim,
we got a lot.
There's a far bigger problem,
and that's
maybe we need to spend some time alone just to find ourselves.
But one of the things that I noticed about the Bitter Bitch Brigade, and I'll close out on this, is they're out of one relationship and into another. Maybe you need to take a moment to stop and work on you. Work on you.
Talk about it.
Learn how to be comfortable with just you.
Yes.
Learn how to love you, because no one fixes your self-esteem. Self-esteem, as Cat Williams said, it's esteem of your motherfucking self. Like, you do this. So if you're waiting for a guy or a girl to come in and fix your self-esteem,
you got a problem.
You stuck.
A serious problem.
You stuck. If you're waiting for a guy or a girl to come in and make everything better, you stuck. Right. You shit out of luck. And exactly, you are in for a rude awakening, because no one is going to make it better but you. No one is going to fix it but you. So until you're comfortable with you and you've worked on you and you know what you want, you're going to keep running into fuck boys and things like that. I mean, like, the fact is it starts with you. Yeah. It's you. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. It's me.
It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
I wish y'all could see Brian's face right now.
It's me.
I really wish.
Because I closed the soundboard.
That y'all could hear Brian's.
You can hear my face.
Hear his face.
I can hear my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it.
Okay, so I wish you could see his face because the fact that we broke into gospel.
Y'all broke it.
Song is a little ratchet.
Straight up, y'all. Let me give you one more. This one gonna hit you in your soul. Can you take care of anyone if you can't take care of yourself?
Can you?
Can you?
Is there
seriously? And if you can, please tell me that cheat code because I'm waiting.
Because I'm waiting.
cheat code. I got the daggone game genie.
And I
ain't figured that shit out yet. So I mean, if you figure that out, please tell me. Help somebody out.
But I mean, that's the thing is a lot of those women in the BBB, a lot of those people in the BBB,
and a lot of the men in the nice guy brigade, whatever,
can't take care of themselves.
So that will be part 2 is NGB.
So the nice guy brigade. So you're getting the bitter bitch brigade on this one, and I think what we're gonna record probably in the future will be the nice guy brigade. The guys that think that because they were nice, they're automatically supposed to get laid, and it's like
I think we're gonna. Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm gonna get some gas.
That one's gonna be hurt, man. Y'all are hit with that.
That's
gonna hurt some feelings. Yeah. That one's gonna hurt some nerd feelings.
Bring your Kleenexes.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Bring your moist towelettes.
There you go.
Moist is such a disgusting word.
That's what it says.
Moist and or creamy. They're very bad words.
As a nurse,
they're very bad words. It's just creamy though. Like when I see creamy, it's typically just it's not. Like don't. But Brian, what are your final thoughts on the BBB?
Yep, it's your turn, sir.
Because you've been rather quiet.
I mean, okay. All right. Hey. Peaches and cream.
You know I'm a fiend.
Getting freaky in
the bed of the benzene.
You know. Better when
so, first and foremost,
you know what I'm
if this podcast...
cream.
You did it. Don't look at me. No, you did it.
You started that.
You did it. Don't look at me. Shit.
I'm looking at the mic, first of all. Put your rapper hands away.
No. Hey, my hand's on the controller, son. Hey.
Talk about it.
I just did.
All right. Let your clip show. Turn your lights down low.
Go ahead, sir.
So
turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit low.
You know what? See, we have too many song references. Sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
No, you
Go ahead. Brian. No, we're done. Go ahead.
We're done. Wait, no. So I'm gonna give credit.
Okay.
With my rapper hands, where credit is due.
I see it.
Because I wanted to be clear.
Okay.
I am glad that we did this show because this was the most improv-based show with no outline, no format, no
script,
flow,
nothing,
no setup, and this shit went.
No shoes or nothing, Jesus.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody
Shout
got
out to
time
Sweet
for
Brown,
that.
by the way.
Yo, wait a minute. She's paid. We not. We trying to secure the bag. Secure. Anyway, we're too
Shakira.
Suavemente.
Besame. You quiero varios.
First of all,
copyrights to their respective owners.
First of all, I appreciate having y'all on the show because Lord knows I couldn't do a Bit of a Brigade podcast by myself. Let me put that out there first and foremost. Secondly, my closing thought is something that both of y'all have said, but something that I have been very adamant about. Chanel has seen me come to fruition of doing this. I've had this discussion with Wayne. I almost was about to give a nasty award to myself, but I caught it. But I was able to get this within his brain flow, and it's all about self-assessment and self-care.
Yes.
And I know I always sound like I'm the papaw of the group, but a lot of times it's just I bring a lot of knowledge off of a lot of things that I've experienced unexpectedly, and it just happens. And I'm gonna break down the self-assessment and the self-care in a very direct manner as we tiptoe into an hour when we were gonna stop a half an hour ago. But fuck it.
Cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Right.
Proceed, sir.
Do we have sleepers? Joe,
don't blame me.
That will always be the best reference of all time, by the way. But first and foremost, self-assessment. Wayne brought this up. If both of y'all said it, then I'm derping, but whatever. Take time and not put the attention on what others have done wrong. Mm-hmm. Look at you, factor in what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. If there are things that you're doing right, continue doing those right things. If there are things you're not making changes to do to better you to get to a better place, that's where the assessment comes into play. You have to take time in assessing yourself and figuring out what has been working and what's just not working. Dealing with fuckboys is really a critical situation.
It's hard.
It is a very battling approach.
It's a draining. It's draining.
Toxic.
It is. It's toxic. But you know what? Dealing with bitter bitches is too.
Yeah, you're right. I can't. I'm not gonna argue that.
It's constantly trying to fix what somebody else fucked up.
Trying to fix.
It's hard.
You're trying to work on you're coming in the middle of a podcast that's been 200 shows in, and you're like, let me just jump in and fix it.
Right. You can't do it. Not quite. I mean, dealing with these bitter bitches, a big problem is you're trying to fix a situation you didn't cause.
Right. So self-assessment comes into play, and this is for men and women. Men, if you know you're not ready, assess it. Assess you. Assess the situation. Realize what can benefit and what can work for the cause and for the process. That's the self-assessment side. For the self-care, and a friend of mine, life's been hectic, but it's nothing critical or extensive. But I'm gonna share this. I'm about to give y'all this. This is gonna be my closeout to really get people to understand about self-care. I'm gonna retweet this actually on both of my pages because I think people need to understand this. There are multiple forms of self-care. Some of them are sleep, exercise, fresh air, mental health, meditation, boundaries, social media detox, facial, quiet time, mani and pedi, journaling, which I'm very adamant about.
I'm real big about that one.
Yeah.
Working on
therapy.
Hell.
Asking for help. One of mine that I've been slipping on, which helps me when a lot of people don't understand when I put on my headphones, hashtag AirPods Escape. Listening to a podcast. Chiropractor. A cup of tea. A nap. Walking. Reading.
One of the things I want to point out about a lot of the stuff that he is going off about is a lot of that is free.
Yes.
If the idea of, I can't afford that, you can afford to go for a walk.
Yeah.
You can afford to listen to a little music through some headphones.
You can afford journaling.
There's a lot of things you will buy.
Exactly.
That you can do
exactly. You can do everything else. There's a lot of things that you can do to take care of yourself that don't cost a dime.
Yeah. Walking, reading.
Y'all don't hear me though.
Reading.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Y'all don't hear me though.
Hallelujah.
Getting a haircut. Going to a doctor. Painting. Taking a bath.
Can I go back to asking for help though? That's a big one.
A big one.
Boy.
And the thing is not everyone can afford a therapist, and that's fine. But if you have someone around you that you can confide in, that may not be a therapist, but that's a little more than nothing.
Yeah,
that's more than nothing. For real.
Taking a bath, seeing a friend. I'm gonna go back to seeing a friend in a second because Twin and I have had that occasion multiple times. Using a babysitter, hiring help, buying a treat, going out to eat, massage, and acupuncture. First things first, as she said, a lot of those things may consist of a penny or two in your account, and if you can't do it, a lot of them are free. A lot of it's free.
You gotta treat yourself
going to the park or going somewhere just to clear your head is one of the best feelings in the world.
I mean, Brian and I do it all the time. We literally go to Starbucks. We already live together. First of all, we will still go to Starbucks just to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And just have a moment where we just trip.
Yeah. You're right. And what's ironic about it is there was a point over a year ago, and we talked about it, you even mentioned it, where I was surprised my phone survived some of the messages I would get. Twin, bruh, come over right now. I know you ain't got off work yet. Bring a bottle, buy juice.
Boom. Done.
On the way. That's all I would say. Like, all right.
But that was all it is. And that's all it literally
And it was
took.
like, we would just sit here. We might have about 50 or 60 videos set up on YouTube.
Yep.
But it was like, it was that relief of stress. It was that self-care of just, we need to laugh. We need to sit back and cut up.
That's all it took.
And it was like, 1,001 things have been going on. And I could tell. And that's something, like, I talked about this earlier. Here's why energy is important. And this is going to be my aggressive mic drop closing. Energy is very pivotal because if you know somebody's mood or setup is off, you can't go trying to slide in and fix it. You have to let them get through whatever it is. And whenever y'all sit and have like let's talk about it, we gonna talk about it. And I've come to grips with that more because between my work schedule and between how my twin and I, how our lives are and how we message, we'll message like we see each other minute by minute because it's just one of those things like, you good? And if I can feel like, something off, talk to me, or let's, do you need to meet up, talk about it, get some shit off your chest. Because a couple weeks ago, I knew her vibe was off. Like October's a heavy month for a lot of people in our crew.
18th is a really bad day. That's the day that my mother passed away.
Yeah.
And this year made 19 years.
Right.
And
like this
as
year,
a lot of y'all may not know, I was home when she died. I stayed home, and I was only 16. So for me, October is a heavy month.
Yeah.
And so Brian knows, okay, twin, you need to get out of the house because you're literally just sitting there.
Yeah.
But I have people in my circle like that. Like there was a moment with Wayne where we had to be like, all right, you know what? You coming out of Middlesex, player. You having a moment. You need to get up here.
Yeah, working on that, and we're gonna make it happen.
You know, and that was a thing. But we have a group of, that is a really awkward sound.
Oh yeah, man.
We have a group of people around us
Peaches
where
and cream.
I'm not. I'm not.
My bad. Go ahead.
Like we have that group around us where Brian can see when I'm in that moment where it's like, all right, you need to get out of the house.
I can.
You need to get out of the house. You're starting to lock down. You're starting to stay in the room too much. You need to get out of the house.
And that's what a lot of people hate with me.
And Brian can look at Wayne and be like, Wayne,
come to Richmond.
Come on up here. You staying for the weekend?
Oh, okay. But I gotta do this.
It's not even like that. Y'all be there. I'll be like, okay.
Yep. It is. He's like, okay. All right. But he's like, you know what? You need to come on up here. You need to stay. But we have that core group of understanding. Like there were some people that were supposed to meet up with us tonight, but they're going through some things. But the type
that's okay.
Exactly, the group that we are, we're like, okay, you know what? Go through that. Y'all need to go through that. And I am lucky enough to have those people around me. A lot of the Triple B, I don't think they have that.
They don't.
But they also don't
or
make...
else they wouldn't be the Triple B.
But I mean, the thing is, I don't think they make...
You gotta make an effort. You gotta make an effort
to have this type of a group
where they are.
Yeah, like this type of group that we have here is an effort.
We all met each other on some
really weird.
We've been through some shit, huh?
We've been through it together.
Hey.
But one of the things I feel like the Triple B seems to miss is they tend to hang around other people that are in the Triple B.
Bitter as fuck.
Rather than hang around people like, you know what, let's try something different.
Yeah.
Let's look at it differently. Let's try this. Let's do this. Things like that. Where, because I mean, there was a time where I was going through it.
You was on the edge.
And Brian would just be like, let's go to Starbucks.
No, I'd be like, let's go to, what was it? Before this transition, come to Belly.
Let's go to Belly Timber.
Let's just go get a drink.
Let's just go get a drink.
No, come on.
But I have the friends, because I had to learn I need to get away from people that are also in the depressed mood and sticking in the depressed mood like I am. Yeah. I need someone that's like, you know what? So you're being a depressed and bitter bitch. Let me just pull that right on out of there.
I'm not doing that.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let me get that. Let me get that. Because if Wayne has that moment, pick it up, pull it out.
Yeah.
Tell you what you're not gonna do.
Yeah. What you not gonna do.
What you not gonna do.
What you not gonna do.
Closing.
We're not allowed to. Okay. We're not allowed to have a song.
We can't sing.
We're not allowed to have a song. Okay. But closing. That's one of the things that we talk about is like
reel y'all back in.
We're not.
We have a 4-hour show on that.
We really would. But I mean, other people have 3-hour shows and they don't. So I'm just saying.
I mean,
but anyway,
we need more bags.
So like,
we need bags.
What the fuck is up, y'all?
Butter knife to the thumb, okay? Right. But you know what?
By the way,
this show is over. Click.
By the way, she's still on the way. Just one y'all know.
Lion King traffic.
All right.
There's a story there too.
Yeah, we still gotta get
that's a story in the head.
We gotta remember to get that story.
We gonna hold on.
That's gonna be a story on a show.
So everybody get in closing thoughts.
Okay,
thank y'all. All right, social media promo. Wayne, go.
What's your social media?
Follow me on social media.
I ain't gonna do that just yet.
So he's DJ 2Xway. Okay, DJ 2Xway on Instagram. He doesn't have a Twitter.
I do. He does have a Twitter.
He doesn't use it. He doesn't use it.
He doesn't follow it.
And then Facebook,
him.
He's on there, but whatever. And then I'm
so rebellious about the book.
I hate Facebook.
But it's no different than Twitter.
I know, but I also the one thing about the difference between Facebook and Twitter is on Twitter, what you're following and stuff doesn't affect me. Whereas on Facebook, if you post in someone else's group, I may see that on my timeline. I don't fuck what you posting. I really don't.
All right, y'all. I've made a decision. So, my social is iamusaria.com. Feel free to.
There we
go. It's iamusaria.blogspot actually.
So we got Wayne to have a blog, and it's a very it's a deep thing.
It's
for him.
Very resourceful blog.
It's
personal. Get up in there. iAmUsaria. I'm sorry. Spell it. YUU.
We'll spell it in the show notes at the end.
RIA.
.blogspot.com.
Feel free to tune into the blog, and it's a work in progress. But I'm going to continue to update as much as I can.
We're slowly getting to break out of his drawing phase slowly, but we're working on that.
Yeah, we're gonna get the artist out of him.
But he's working on that too, so we're not gonna force it. That's what I've learned. When you're ready, you're gonna do it.
When it comes to Wayne, he's our little work in progress.
Well, we let him work at his pace.
He is at his pace.
With no algorithm.
No. Lord, I wish I could see those. And then I am barelysanenurse.com, or the hell is my other blog?
You have two
Unique
blogs.
No, because isn't it In My Feelings?
It's called In My Feelings, but
In My Mind.
But I think it ends up being uniquemoi.blogspot.com, but it's called In My Feelings, because that one is not a where it's scheduled post. The In My Feelings is just whatever I'm feeling at that moment when I post it. But the Barely Sane Nurse, if you happen to be in the medical field,
500, right?
No, I'm not at 500.
How many followers you got?
I don't know. I think I'm only at
500 followers.
No, I don't think so.
You got some subs. You don't.
Yo, I think I'm only at 100 and something. I think we're hitting at 200. So the barelysanenurse.com. That's the if you happen to be in the medical field, it's me kind of going through the medical field and the medical life, but not as I'm the perfect nurse, but more as so there's some shit. type pump.
Let's call it like it is.
So there's some shit. Like that's what that is about. But I do have the unique MOI at blogspot.com. That's the one that's more of just really raw emotion based. Whereas
Unique Moi 04.
Oh, there's the 04.
.com.
Yeah. I'm over here saying Blogspot, but it's WordPress.
The title of it is in so many words.
Yeah.
When you catch her, catch hands.
There are hands. I'm sorry. There are rapper hands in some of those blogs. That's my bad. It's just with the Unique Moi 04, it's very much what I'm feeling, the moment I'm feeling it, and sometimes it's a little on the wrong side.
That's the one that she got the 813 followers.
Look, don't listen.
You really got that many?
But I've been on it for years.
Word.
Years.
That's impressive.
So that's what that
is. You doing a dirty thing.
She doesn't have it on the Barely Sane, but we gon'
the Barely Sane. I've only got about 100 and something followers.
You broke 100. Yeah, you did. That's right. So we broke 100,
right, and I'm trying to break 200 this year.
Okay.
You know, but that one's more of a little bit of a medical blog.
It's a very medical / nursing based blog.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
So not everyone may want to jump into that one. And then you got Brian.
Go ahead,
sir.
Go ahead, put your plug out there.
This nigga over here is cracking his knuckles. Y'all
let y'all know. We about to get into it.
I got a lot of shit. Brian82, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Past Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, PastPodcast.com, Spreaker. You can check out Past Podcast. I'm sorry, Brightay Podcast, because I didn't update that page. If you're looking to get a microphone, I've had people ask me on my page or ask me in general. I put it in my fucking show notes.
Every time. Every time.
It's the first thing that comes up.
Literally every time.
Don't put me out there. But for
every
real.
time.
But yes, if you are looking to get a good microphone, get the Blue Yeti. That's how you hear everything, because you probably heard Zelda the whole time. And that's
It's a really good microphone.
And if you cannot afford the Yeti,
get your money up, son. No, I'm joking. You good.
Get your money up, son. I can't even follow that.
I'm joking.
No, but
and on that note.
No, but on the real, get the Blue Yeti Nano. I've posted about it in a previous podcast. It's a great microphone. It does the same thing that this mic does.
You mean maybe not as absolute 100% great, but it's good though. It's a good 96%.
Yeah, you getting
like the one that Brian uses versus the other one that he just mentioned. Like we a good 96% apart, but Blue Yeti don't play no games with their microphone.
Remember when we did WYD?
Ooh.
I wish I was there for that.
It was trifling.
Boy,
that was my favorite. Because that was when I first was trying to learn how to use a microphone, and that was so excellent. But yeah, that's all my social. The podcast is on Stitcher,
Spreaker,
Spotify, Spreaker, Overcast, Acast. Huh?
You're not number one on Spotify?
Absolutely not. Work on it. Like
homegirl, the one that was
Stay Woke. Got it. I got it. You don't know about that. We'll tell you about that offline. But yeah, I am on
everybody.
Oh, I thought you were singing everybody. We'll never finish the show. Alright, so now on the real closing is check out the podcast. It's on just about every platform known to man. If you don't have an Apple phone, I'm good. Check out the blog.
Actually, check out both blogs between mine and I Am Usaria at WordPress. Your WordPress.
I invest. It's Blogspot.
Your Blogspot.
It's Blogger, I think.
I'll put them all in the show.
Yeah, because we don't know what
we gonna find it. We gonna put it. We gonna find you.
Because we actually don't know what we doing. We really don't.
I so don't want to hit mute on y'all, but I love y'all. But I did not share my blog.
Go ahead.
Brightay82.wordpress.com. Post every Monday between 9 and 9:30, depending on when WordPress wants to be pretty.
Yeah, because Barely Sane Nurse be posting between 5:30 and whenever the hell WordPress decides to post it.
Don't talk bad about the sources that been putting us online.
No, I'm not talking bad about WordPress. I just would like for them to post it at 5:30. But I mean, I love them anyway.
Okay, great.
I love them anyway.
Okay, y'all.
I love y'all to death, but I Am You Theory will be posted whenever I have a spare moment. And I do apologize, but that's how that's gonna be.
Alright, we shut it down. Aggressive
and scene.
Bye.
Scene.